Hi there guys, and welcome to my channel. It is Karen here with you today. Today I am going to share with you another project for ScrapFX, and I am working in my small dilutions journal. And see that awesome blue rice paper there? I actually designed that and it's called Blue Cells, so I'm going to use that one in my project today. So as you can see, I've ripped a few little pieces of the paper off and I'm just gluing it down into my journal with some, matte medium. Once I've got that dry, I've grabbed out my neon colour twos and I'm going with some blues and maybe a couple of greens. Well, I've put yellow in there, so I'm definitely going to get green. And I've sprayed that with my water bottle and I've just got a little paintbrush here and I'm just going to swish that colour around here, there and everywhere. And there you go. That looks pretty cool. So, as you can see on my page, you can still see some of the scribble marks from where I've used the crayon and also where I didn't put any matte medium. So, it's a little bit patchy. And it wasn't quite bright enough. So I've actually grabbed out my Dr. P.H. Martin Bombay inks in teal and aqua. And I've put some of that on there as well. So once I've got that dry, what am I going to do next? I have this super awesome foam stamp here from ScrapFX. It's a brand new release. And I've got some titanium white paint that I'm just sponging onto my stamp with a little bit of cut and dry foam, just using the harder side of the foam to actually put the paint on. And I've just stamped that into my book. I've got another ScrapFX stamp here. This one's been out for a little while and I'm using some brand new black shimmer paint from Dilutions. So I'm just doing the same thing with my paint, putting it on my stamp and then stamping it. So yeah, that looks really cool. So the other thing that I've got here is a script stamp. Well, actually it's a ledger stamp from Tim Holtz. And I've stamped that around on my page with some archival ink. Now this black silhouette is also from ScrapFX. And it's called Magnolia Branch. So it's really pretty. It's one of my favourite ones actually. So I'm just gluing that into my book with some art glitter glue. And because it's a little bit messy, I've got a baby wipe out and just wiped off the bit of excess glue that I had oozing up off the edges and on the front of my black silhouette. Yeah, so with the baby wipe, I've just wiped it off and then I gave it a quick dry. So yeah, no biggie. So the other thing that I've got here are these super cool bees, which are on rice paper, and I think they come out in February. Yes. And I didn't get around to using them then, so I'm using them today in my project. So I've ripped off a couple of the bees there and just stuck them on to my page with some gel medium. And because I've still got some of my Bombay inks left over, I've just blended them in a little bit into the background so it's not so white. The rice paper is not white, it sort of blends in as well. But I did kind of think they got a little bit lost, so I put a little bit of a white scribbly square around them. So the other thing that I've just got out here, out of my ScrapFX folder, is some more rice paper, and this one was designed by Roz, and it's all about queens and things like that. So yeah, it's cool. So what you could see me doing there was just adding a little bit of white paint onto the back of my rice paper, so that when I glue it into my book, the rice paper actually stays white and you can see it, whereas if I hadn't have done that, it would be like those bees and it would disappear. So I've added the word bee into the quotes. This is, I'm the queen bee of my world. So the other little thing that I'm writing here is another quote that I found on Pinterest, and it says, aerodynamically, the bumblebee shouldn't be able to fly, but the bumblebee doesn't know this and does it anyway. So I think that's really cool. So one of the last things that I've got here is some Liquitex liquid ink, acrylic ink. And I've just dotted that around the page. I've also added in a few little dots on my word bee, colouring in the bodies of my bees with a bit of yellow Posca pen and a little bit of doodling in the corners. And that's my page. So I really hope you have enjoyed my video today, and I hope you really like my new rice paper. It's called Blue Cells, available at Scrap Effects or maybe your local supplier. And that's it. So till next time, see you later. Bye.